Hey, Mary, Marcus, Michael Jackson Jr. the
Amanda.
Are
we going to tell the people this is our second time filming this video, or are we not going to tell them that?
We finna do it all right.
So basically,
this is our second attempt filming this fucking podcast. So
all because what did we forget to do? Ready?
And this is motherfucking what?
I'm awful.
This is motherfucking
1, 2, 3.
Sour RATZ. Yeah. Anyway, we forgot to fucking do that.
We finished the whole video, and then
Entire video.
At the end,
We had 3 minutes left, 3 fucking minutos, and I was like, we fucking forgot Sour RATZ. But also, today's weird to the bone, bad to the bone. Just split that because we already took one shot technically. Oh, you spilled? No. We smelling tequila tonight. What?
That's not the only thing we smell.
Stop it. Stop.
I'm so
Stop.
fucking funny.
Stop.
I'm literally hilarious.
Stop. That's
I'm
so
hilarious.
bad. Oh, I hate you.
Look at these spots. Bubba peed.
Yeah, we forgot Sour RATZ, and today Miro forgot to put on his glasses, and he was like, I'm ready to go, all jacked up a Mountain Dew. Didn't you restart that? Oh, yeah, Miro was like, I'm ready, and I was like, oh, are you ready? And he was like, twice. He did that twice. You have to.
God.
Okay, back to my story of today too, from episode 1. Fucking today, weird day. Today's usually our bonding day, and we didn't really bond today. I'll tell you that.
To do with her. I'm just kidding. It's not that deep.
No, it's not that deep, but it was just like some days you're just like a little off.
I
And
just
that's
needed
fine.
a self-help day. I needed to be by myself.
And it was just fine. Like, it's completely normal, but like I was just like, okay, whatever. And then we ended up taking a nap, and then we woke up, and we were like, I'm ready to party. I know about you. And then we got ramen, and then we were just gonna like probably call it a night. But then,
we were gonna call it a night, and then Amanda has this fucking little
digital camera.
And it's been not working. Like, we've been trying to take pictures on it, and it'll just be a black screen. So we're like, you know what, whatever. So I'm backing into my parking spot, and she fucking hits it. And then she's like, oh, my God, it's working. Like, we need to hit the town. And I'm like, tell me you're joking. Because I'm literally, like, here I am fucking putting my car in drive, going out. And then she's like, no, like, we're hitting the town. And I'm like, okay.
I was like, let's go.
So we literally went to the Pink Wall in West Hollywood.
We saw Kris Jenner.
Amanda makes fun of me because when my hair is down, it looks like I have bangs like Kris Jenner.
No, just in that photo, like there's this photo of him, and he's just like this.
Should I show them?
And yeah, show them. And he looks like Kris Jenner, so I was just like, oh my God, Kris, I love you. You're cute jeans.
Those are my jeans.
Shut up. So yeah. Can you see it? Get closer.
Okay.
Get closer.
Zoom in.
Oh yeah, I will. So yeah, after that, literally that turned our frowns upside down. We just wanted to live, laugh, love. We put on Britney. We put on City Girls. Mira was fucking drifting.
I'ma be up in the
Oh yeah, we
club.
put on Black Eyed Peas for Roo. And then we were just taking pictures. We took the most fucking hilarious pictures ever. I flashed the fucking camera. I showed my titties in the middle of the street. Live, laugh, love, really. And yeah, so then we came back, and I was like, oh my gosh, the vibes are right. Let's film. Like, let's get it on. Never mind, the vibes aren't right. So yeah, now here we are. And
we have a story to tell y'all.
Before we take the shot, let's leave you on a little cliffhanger.
Okay, so basically, Amanda and I got kidnapped. Point blank, period.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ready, set. Don't forget you have to share that.
Shotties for the hotties. That wasn't as bad as the first. Here, do this. I'm just I'm just imagining you throwing up like your dog. Moment of silence for Mary, please.
It's actually off. My eyes are watering. You know?
No. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
I'm over this life.
You had a big shot. That was a huge shot, actually. Sorry, guys.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready. So,
okay, let me start it off.
This.
Let me start it off because I was starting off the night alone anyway. So, we're sitting here. Miro is what? Oh, he was playing GTA. I was just sitting here on my phone. And then he turned it off, and I already knew it was about to go down. This fool, every time he lays on the couch, he wants to take a nap. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to live my life. So I asked good old Google over there. I say, play some Britney Spears. Puts on Britney Spears. I go in the corner. I go on TikTok Live for a little bit. So I'm in the corner over there, chatting to my phone, chatting, whatever. And then I start FaceTiming my friends. And then whatever, I'm on FaceTime. But I'm drinking at the same time. I literally finished my whole entire flask. And then I had a Truly for real. And then I was just vibing in the corner by myself, listening to Britney while he's knocked down the couch. He gets up. And he's like, let's hit the town. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm fucking a flask in. I'm fucking truly in.
Like, I think genuinely, like, a lot of people hate naps. I think I need a nap. Because if I go the day without a nap, I'm, like, gone by 10 o'clock. Like, I don't want to do anything. Like,
which is normal.
I want to go home. Right. Very normal. But, like, for us, we have our best moments at like, 2 in the morning. Yeah. Like, so that can't be happening.
Right. Sadly, I want a normal sleeping schedule so bad. So fucking bad. But here we are at fucking 1:30 right now filming.
For the second time.
Yeah, for the second time. So, okay. He's like, let's hit the town. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down. I end up stepping out in a fit that I ain't never stepped out in before. And I'm going to be stepping out like that for
very much hot girl summer. Very much skirt, short top.
Little throw over.
With some fucking
heels.
Bitch.
Yes. I ain't never done that before, for real. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm going to look hot. Okay. Because I do want to start dressing like that. Like, I do. Especially going out and especially, like, kind of, like,
I think we have like an image for ourselves that we completely want to revamp ourselves, which we've been saying, but it's like, when is it going to happen? Like, yeah. I'm so ready for it.
I know.
I'm so ready. Like, I want to change it. But at the same time, clothes are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like, especially for what I want, bitch. I want a pair of boots that's $300.
Yeah.
I want a shirt or a fucking pullover that's fucking $300, you know? So it's like, it's hard.
No, yeah, literally. No, that's why I was like, hey, when we go to New York, let's fucking just thrift everything because, yeah, we're gonna be there for what, like, probably 5 days, if that. So it's like, to buy 5 days worth of outfits, like, that's fucking nuts, you know? Like, that's so expensive. So it's like, let's fucking thrift it, like, fucking make it, like, make fun out of it, you know? But yeah, so I step out like that, and I'm like, okay, yeah. All right, Mary could take over. We go to, because Mary hits up his friend or whatever.
I hit up my friend, and I'm like, hey, like, can we come to said place? It's this place called Poppy in West Hollywood. It's like, a really cool club that we have here in LA, and he's like, yeah, like, come through. So we slide, and he gives us these, like, free drink thingies to where we can get however many drinks we have the tickets for. And so we're drinking whatever, and Amanda's like one of the boys at the club. She's out here just vibing with everybody, just
listening
trying to
T Grizzly.
Yeah, just, like, doing the Cupid shuffle and shit. The hoe down, throw down, like, whatever you want. Amanda's there. Amanda's ready to party. I'm just standing in the corner observing. I'm
recording me.
Yeah, I'm a people watcher, and I'm also, like, I want Amanda. I'm not the type of person who's gonna be in the middle of the club fucking shuffling. But Amanda, on the other hand, Amanda's gonna be shuffling like she doesn't give a fuck. And so I'm over here just recording, and she ends up not meeting, but like kind of just like
vibing with this dude.
Vibing with this dude, and that same guy, as we're leaving, happens to be outside, and so. I'm over here to the side buying Amanda these roses while Amanda just walks off, and I'm like, oh, fuck, okay.
My girl gone.
Yeah, literally my girl gone. So I'm over here buying her roses. I take them back to her, and this guy's, like, literally telling her, like, oh, like,
we have an after party.
I have this after party, like, come. And she's like, well, like, my friend over here, like, he comes everywhere with me. And he's like, yeah, that's fine, like, whatever. And so he's like, yeah, like, we're going to go to this after party, blah, blah, blah. So we get in the back seat of his car, and the guy's like, no, I want you up here. I want you up here. So here's Amanda. Mind you, it's a fucking brand new baby blue G-Wagon. And here's Amanda's drunk ass just hopping over the fucking seat. Doesn't even have the fucking manners to walk around, get in the front seat. She just hops over the fucking center console. I'm like, bro. So she gets in the front seat.
Mind you, I'm drunk. Like, I'm drunk.
You're 3 drinks and a shot in.
No, I'm a flask, a whole ass flask in.
The flask.
So that's
3
like
drinks.
Yeah. No, a flask
is
it's
3
shots. So I'm a whole flask in.
4 shots.
A Truly and 3 drinks.
Damn. Okay, yeah. So she's gone. I'm over here just on 2 drinks. I'm vibing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, if she wants to go to after party, let's go to an after party. Let's fucking see what's happening.
Right.
Which you shouldn't follow in our footsteps. Who cares what kind of car they were driving, because they're still going to be a fucking
right, because
weirdo.
we trusted them because we were like, oh, y'all pulling up in this G-Wagon? Like, we for sure finna turn up. You know, like, we're going to go into a big house.
And
like,
not only that, Poppy is the kind of club where you're either known and that's how you get in, or you have money. That's how you get in. Like, you know, same with my work. And so I was just like, okay.
Yeah, like Jamie Foxx was there.
Like, that's an experience in itself.
You're right.
So Jamie Foxx was there, and you explain this part.
Okay, so we all know Jamie Foxx is on motherfucking gold digger for real. So they say Jamie Foxx in a motherfucking building for real. And then they give him the mic, and then he's saying, she took my money, and I'm new. He's fucking, but it's like silent, right? Like it's like silent. And then when he goes to the fucking like the beat drop, they fucking bring in the beat, and it's like boom, 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 boom,
it was
boom,
an
boom,
experience.
Oh my god, like to see that, like never have ever thought like
you wanted to see that,
right?
But like being in that moment, it was like oh my god,
like
I just experienced something. Like that was like a moment.
Literally, like I literally recorded it, and then in the video you hear me go, ooh, like I was like. Ooh,
yeah, she was definitely feeling it.
Like,
and I remember when she turned up the video, she was like, "That was clean.
That was so sick. Like that's fire. It was. I love music.
Anyways, back to our story.
Yeah, back to the baby blue G-Wagon.
So we're like, whatever. He has a baby blue G-Wagon. They seem cool. They were vibing in the fucking club. So we're like, okay, let's get in the car. So we get in. Me and Amanda are in the back.
Well, he did seem cool. Like he was.
Yeah,
cool.
He was really cool. He was cool. Bobby, we homies with Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby, yeah.
But the other homeboy, fuck him. So Amanda gets in the front seat, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Amanda's like, oh my god, I want Jack in the Box. Amanda never wants Jack in the Box. So, whatever.
Never in my life have I said, I want Jack in the Box for real.
But low-key, very low-key, that sounds so good right now. Oh my god.
Dude, okay, me and Miro never have, like, been...
Wait,
crazy.
I love Jack in the Box.
No, I know, but that's never been our thing.
That's never been our thing, but that's been my thing.
Right, okay.
I love Jack
that's
in the
what I'm
Box.
saying. Like, whenever we eat together, we hardly would never, ever go to Jack in the Box. But, like, recently...
Or McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Yeah, yeah, very much.
Or Pink Taco.
Right. Aw. But, like, recently, like, that's... all the fuck we've been going to.
Yeah,
like
little dollar tacos with a little fucking cheesecake.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, telling y'all our whole order. I think this shot is getting Jimmy.
That was big good. That was big good.
Anyways, back to our story. So we get into this fucking car, and on our way there, I'm like, this is fucking taking longer than usual. Like, why aren't we at the fucking Taco Bell? Like, there's a Taco Bell right down the street from Poppy. Not right down the street, but closer than where we were. And so,
well, yeah, you have to think about. There's so many Taco Bells in fucking West Hollywood. Like,
right. Like, there has to be a Jack in the Box, like, somewhere. But anyways, and even then, our apartment is close to a Poppy to where it's like you could have went to the one by our apartment and been there quicker. And so, we're driving for literally like 10 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, where are we going? And I'm like, why are we in Mid-City? Like, what the fuck's going on? So I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, like, where's this party at? Like, let me know where this party's at. Give me the address, whatever. I was like, oh, like, we're going to get her Jack in the Box, but we don't have the address yet. And I was just like, okay. He was like, we'll have it by the time we get to Jack in the Box. I'm like, all right, cool. So we pull up the Jack in the Box. Amanda's giving her order, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me find out where this party's at. Because I'm almost getting, like, icky vibes. Like, this doesn't seem right. And so I'm like, hey, like, give me the address real quick. That way I could just put it in, see how far we are, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we don't have the address yet. I was like, okay, so where are we going?
He's on the party.
You say we're going to a fucking after party. We're not at the after party. You don't have an address to the after party. Where are we going? He's like, yeah, we're waiting on the address and we're going to the party. How are we going to a party that we don't have the address for? How are we going to do that? Oh, no.
Go.
Oh. And so I was just, like, kind of weirded out by that. So I texted Amanda. I was like, you know what? Like, this is weird. Like, this is me thinking to myself.
Like, okay, it's funny because he's, like, texting me, like, trying to, like, kind of converse about this. But, like, I'm drunk. Like, right. I am gone. Like, so where it was so funny looking back at the messages in the morning. I like sent something back and it made absolutely no fucking sense. And he's like, huh? So it's like at that point we can't even like go back and forth to each other on text. Like, okay, so what's the vibe? Like right. You know, whatever. Like we couldn't even do that. So it was just like all Miro's judgment. So like, and then obviously like I trust him. So I'm like, so he like finally like literally texted me 2 minutes after he said huh, because I made no sense, and he was like, Amanda, get the fuck out. Okay, I'm gonna fucking explain fucking how I experienced this. I mean, I don't really remember, but from what you tell me, this is what I did. He texted me, Amanda, get the fuck out. As soon as I saw that message, I got the fuck out.
She hopped the fuck out.
And we were in the Jack in the Box drive-thru.
I noticed that she hopped out because at the same time that I'm sending that text message, I'm talking to the guy right next to me in the back seat because there was also this.
It was like low-key like commotion. So it was like, it was like, so for you to notice that I got out, like it kind of was like you're focusing on Bobby, right. You know, you're focusing on the driver and then you're focusing on the guy and the girl, like, you know, to where he texted me that and not thinking that I would hop out right away, but I got the fuck out. And
so basically there's this girl who was, so one of the guys was next to me and then there was a girl on the other side of him, and I was just like, at the same time I was like, who is this girl? I remember her in the club. She was by herself. She was very like just there, like, you know, she didn't have friends. It was like kind of whatever, and I was just like, wow, like that sucks. Like what if she gets trapped here? So me being like kind of like a normal person, like I was very much in the mindset of like you. I need to help Amanda and I need to help whoever's in the car because what if we die? So I tell the girl, I'm like, hey, like where, like what are you guys doing? Like what are you doing? And she's like, oh, we're going to the after party. Like what's the address? Blah blah blah. And then she looks at me and she's like, and who are you? And I was just like, just kidding. I don't want to help you anymore. Get kidnapped. But also don't.
I know. Hopefully she's fine.
Hopefully she's okay. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over here trying to help you. Like, go be with them then. You know, like, I'm not going to put too much effort into it because I need to find out where you are. Not only do I need to find...
Well,
I didn't even know that
I was... Okay, so basically, I jump out, whatever. Miro's still, like, having commotion with them, whatever. Right. He was like... And then because this is all on video. Like, basically, our whole night is on video. In the video, he's like, I'm out.
So you have a video of me arguing with the people.
And then him jumping out.
In the video, you can notice that Amanda's actually not in the car. Right. So I hopped out, but my mindset is,
he thinks that I'm still in the car.
Because the car takes off, and I'm like, oh my god, what's happening right now? Like, I'm literally dropping out of the car, like, my recording's still on, and I'm like, oh my god, where's Amanda? So I keep the recording on, even though, like, the argument was done, I keep the recording on just because I was like, if Amanda's still in this fucking car, I need to know whose car this is, who it's registered to, blah, blah, blah. So I keep it on the car, and you see it, like, pull off hella fast. And then I'm like, oh, my God. So in the video, you can literally see me, like,
he's, like, looking at
and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm literally here alone. There's cars behind me that are honking. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, literally, what the fuck's happening? So I walk around this corner of the building, and Amanda's just like this against the building. She's just like...
I'm posted.
I'm like, Amanda, and she's like, Mary, and I'm like, ah. So we start having a party on the street because we're like, oh my god, we're alive. This car just took off. We're alive. We don't know where we're at. We just know we're in a Jack in the Box in mid city. Like, that's far from our apartment. That's at least like 15, 20 minutes away. So we're like, what the fuck? And so I'm like, whatever, we're having a ball, and then she ends up like falling in some way, shape, or form. She
because we were like jumping, ooh, ooh, ooh,
right,
ooh,
and then she's also wearing heels, which she's not
Yeah.
used to. She's a girl. She's
But
not a
low-key,
girly
I'm
girl.
good though. Don't ever.
Yeah, you
disrespect
actually
me.
did do
I
good,
I
low-key.
walk good in heels, and I will last all night in heels. You'll never
Anyways.
catch me taking off them hoes walking barefoot on the ground. That ain't me.
That's true. Okay, you didn't actually complain at all. So, anyways. So she ends up falling, and then at that same time that she's on the ground, this fucking police officer pulls up. 2 police officers pull up to where I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst time for them to pull up. We just almost got kidnapped. Amanda's fucking
about to get
intoxicated in
arrested.
public. Like, I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna go to jail. And not only that, like, I wasn't drunk, but like at the same time, you can tell that like we've been out.
Yeah.
We've been out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck, man, like, what the fuck's gonna happen? So I'm like, I'm trying to make this situation almost 20 times bigger than what it was. I'm like, oh my god, like, I try to put the focus on them. Like, you need to find this car. Don't worry about us. Find this fucking car. So I'm like, hey, this is the license plate for it. This is who's driving it. I have pictures of the people who are in it. Like, what else do you need? And they're like, well, did they do anything to you? I'm like, well, no, but yes. They told us we were going to the after party. They never took us to the after party. They didn't even know where the after party was. They also said it was at their own house.
Right. Like, it was just kind of like sketchy.
Like,
whatever.
very much sketchy. And then like, well, they didn't do anything to you, so what are we going to arrest them for?
They have no proof.
I was like, well, there's literally someone in the car who's literally in the video saying like she doesn't know who they are. And she wanted to get out, but the guy's literally telling her, no, stay here. Like, stay. And so that's when I jumped the fuck out. And then they're like, well, there's nothing we can do about that. I'm like, aren't you here to serve and protect? Like, literally a cab. Fucking a cab. Fuck them. I'm sorry if you guys have relatives who are fucking cops, but a cab. I don't care. A cab.
I would at least, like, if I were them, I'd be like, okay, maybe I could, like,
Like,
kind of,
let
like,
at
invest,
least
like,
fucking pretend that you give a fuck. Pretend.
Or like, at least, like, okay, yeah, I know there's no proof of, like, being able to arrest them or anything.
But this is
which
the thing also.
it's just like, okay, hey, where are you guys going? Or, like, pull them over. Hey, what's going on?
Not
you
only
know?
that, but even ask me, okay, like, what is the license plate number? Give it to me.
Right.
Not on,
so that way
nothing.
I can look out.
Not even a fucking, like, no pretending. You could have pretended to be a cop.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you know they're going to be driving around all night.
Right.
And, like,
it's like,
if
at
they
least be like, oh, let me keep an eye
it's
out. Like, I'll keep an
oh,
eye out.
hey,
Perfect.
like,
That's that G-Wagon he was talking about.
cops pull over people all the time for no reason. So it's just like, okay, why not pull over that G-Wagon for no reason?
Literally. Fucking
and ask them, like, hey, where are you guys going?
Stupid.
Whatever.
It's literally stupid, making me mad.
Anyway, I asked them for a ride.
And they said no. They said literally call an Uber. And I was like, we did call an Uber. It got canceled. And he's like, okay, call another one. I said, okay.
Then why are you talking to me? Shut up
Literally,
talking to me.
No, literally, I was like, okay, we're fine then. And then he's like, well, we'll wait. And I was like, okay. And so at least they waited for us to get into the Uber. Uber gets there. We take off. Me and Amanda are vibing. I have a video of us. And like, this is what happened. I was telling Amanda via video, like, Amanda, this just happened to us. I know you're drunk right now, but listen to me.
No, but I'm in the back like,
Yeah.
And then a minute later, I'm
literally,
like,
in the video, you see her just go.
and I knock the fuck out.
And so literally Amanda knocks out. And then so I'm just there. Like literally whatever. We're driving for 10, 15 minutes. And we get to the apartment. And I'm like, Amanda, get up, whatever. And we get out of the car. And she's just like whatever. And so we're walking to my elevator. And Amanda falls. She trips over a curb.
I was walking backwards,
She was walking backwards. So she hits her head on this like sign thing that's behind her. And so I'm like, okay, Amanda, like get up, like we're going to the apartment. She's like, I'm gonna pee, and I'm like, Amanda, no, you're not. I was like, get the fuck up. I was like, go to the elevator right now, we're going to the apartment. I was like, we're home. And so
I always be peeing my pants.
And so she goes to the elevator.
I didn't pee my pants.
We're going up to the elevator, and finally I'm like, Amanda, we're home, like get in. And it's so funny because Amanda was so excited to be home that in the video of us in the elevator, she literally goes, I'm like, Amanda, we're home. And she's like, we're home? And she covers her mouth like that.
Oh shit, we're home.
Literally, she was so excited to be home. So I get her inside, and I'm like, okay, like, come on, let's get you to the bathroom. And then in the motion of us walking to the bathroom, she trips and falls. There's, mind you, in the walkway of our apartment, there's nothing there. Nothing for her to trip over, nothing. And so she just trips over fucking thin air, whatever. And so I'm like, you know what? You're on the ground. Let me take off your heels. Maybe you're tripping, stumbling over your heels. I get her to the bathroom, and she's, like, pulling down her fucking underwear. And then in the midst of her pulling down her underwear, she gets, like, wobbly. And then she fucking falls into the bathtub. And I'm like, Amanda, I was like, what the fuck? So I had to lift her out of the bathtub. I put her on the toilet. She goes pee. I take her to my room, and I'm like, you know what? Like,
mind you, this is all on video.
This is all, literally every second of this is on video. So I take her to my room. I let her sleep in my bed. And usually me and Amanda sleep together, but I don't know why I slept different from you. I literally came to the living room. I don't know what I was feeling. But I literally came to the living room, and I was just on my phone on TikTok. We're doing whatever. And at 5 a.m, I just hear this fucking loud ass commotion. It's like a big old poof. And I'm like, oh my God. I knew when it happened, I knew exactly what happened. Okay, so when I heard this fucking loud ass commotion, I knew exactly what happened because in my apartment, I have my dog, and I give her a whole section of my apartment just because I feel bad to leave her in a cage. And so she has a whole hallway from my bathroom to my bedroom, but it's blocked off. It's sectioned off by fucking like baby gates, I guess, and
like dog gates.
Right, baby gates. But I got them in the baby section at Target. Okay. Anyways, so I have one of those blocking my door to my bedroom, but I keep my door open, so it's just that. And once I heard that big ass smack, I was like, oh my God, Amanda just tripped over that. And all I hear is, fuck, ow. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I get up hella fast and I run over there. And she's just laid out. But you know those like stick figure thingies that they put at a crime scene where the dead body is? That's what you look like. You were just laid out. And I was just like, oh my God. And the whole time she's just like, fuck, man, you know, or whatever the fuck you say. And so I'm just like, oh my God. So I try to lift her up. I help her. She goes to the bathroom, and then eventually we just fall asleep. The next morning, I don't even remember.
You put me in bed, like you said, you put me in bed. And then I end up, after the bathroom, I came here because you were probably here. So I just came to join you. But then I knocked out right here. Literally
really?
Knocked out. Yeah, I literally knocked out with my head on that pillow. And then my feet were over there. And I knocked out like that. And I woke up the next morning laughing because I was like, what the fuck?
So where did I sleep that night?
When I went to the couch, you went to the bed.
No, when you came to the couch, I went to go get my car.
No, you said you went to the car at 6 a.m.
Yes, and you fell at 5 in the morning at 5:37.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were here knocked out, and I was just like, you know what? I need my car. It's at 7:00 in LA. That's when the street meters start, and so I was just like, oh my God, I need to go get my car, and so I went, got it. I Ubered there. Brought my car back home. You were still knocked out. I went back to sleep.
Yeah, right. And then so I woke up at like 11 or something. I woke up and I just started laughing because I'm in like my same outfit, but like I don't have underwear on, and I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? Like I'm just like, oh my gosh, whatever. So I get up, I go into the room, and I'm like, Mary, what the fuck? And then we're just talking.
We're on FaceTime with our friend, showing her the fucking whole video.
Yeah, literally,
it was so funny.
Oh my gosh. And
reminiscing on the night previous from a night out is so funny, especially when you have the videos. The videos
we recorded
are
the whole night.
Funny. It's like you see just Amanda following. I have pictures of just her flat out on the floor. Like it's so fucking funny. And like, oh my God, I think that's what makes me almost not want to get like too drunk, is because I want to be able to have. I want to be able to like remember, like to record, because like if we're both fucked up, it's like, bro, we're taking care of each other. Like what?
Right?
Yeah. Like, if at least I'm in control, I'm like, bitch,
well, like I knew you were driving too. Like we had no plans into getting into a fucking car after,
right.
like you know. So I knew he was driving, so I was like, okay, like
I wouldn't have been drunk, you guys.
Right? Yeah. So Yeah.
That was just a good night.
That was our night.
You want to go
I mean,
again?
it was a good night. Thank God it was.
Yeah, I could have.
Oh, yeah. And then the next day, or I woke up.
When he texted you?
Yeah. So, like, the dude who was driving the G-Wagon, whatever, he,
Bobby.
Bobby, he texted me and he texted me like 5 a.m. like, hey, like, are you good? Like, I don't know what happened with your friend or whatever. And then I literally never texted him back. Like, he sent me a video of us in the G-Wagon. We were like where we were singing a song and we were like, yeah, whatever. And then I left my flowers in the car. And then he sent me a picture. He was like, I just got in the car and I saw these flowers and that made me think of you. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm reading these.
I think he was a cool guy.
He was nice.
I think it was his friend that kind of made it
like sketchy.
right.
Yeah.
It was like,
because his friend was kind of like taking over, like in a way.
Taking over, and they were speaking a foreign language to where you can tell they were hiding stuff, or at least planning something. Like at least like, oh, get them back to the house, or do something with them. Like
right.
it was very just like sketchy to where like once that happens, like. I'm just like if you have to speak in a foreign language to like have to hide something from us, that's weird.
Yeah.
And like I mean that in no offensive way. It's just like it's one of those things.
Like
why
why
do you have to do that? Why can't you just say it?
Yeah.
Like where are we going? Like what are we doing? Like, and it was like I would ask him a simple question and he would like talk to his friend about it before he even answered me. Yeah. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, but it was just so funny the next day, and like he called me the next day too, and I just like didn't answer. Like I literally haven't spoke to him since I fucking saw him that night, like type shit. Like so funny, but yeah, that's our story. What
round 2 tomorrow, baby.
But
we don't have phones tomorrow.
We are going out tomorrow.
But we don't get to take our phone.
Yeah, we can't record. I mean, after we can.
True.
Before and after. Let's record before and after. Like, okay, this is us before we enter. This is us after we enter.
We should take just our little. It's not a phone. We should take our little camcorder.
We'll take
the little camera that you have.
My vlog camera okay.
Fuji one.
We will.
That'd be fun. Anyways, with that being said, that's our story about how we got kidnapped. Basically, don't get into a G-Wagon, even if it's cool and cute and baby blue.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't
ask for Jack in the Box.
Do not. If someone's waiting outside of the club, that's just automatically a red flag.
Yeah.
And
to like pick up girlies.
It's like, even the person who we got, like, who told us to come, he was just like, dude, like, that wasn't even the worst of it. Like, we have your story. And then he was like, someone got robbed at gunpoint, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Someone got assaulted. Or that's the same thing.
But anyways. Anyways, with that being said, peace, love, and happiness to you all. We love you so much. Hopefully, this teaches you not to get into strangers' cars after you've been drinking.
Don't do it.
Also have a friend with you.
Oh.
That too. Have fun. But also have a friend with you who can take control.
Who you trust. No. Deadass. I think...
You love me, huh? Anyways.
No, it's so funny.
I'm not done. Me?
No, I'm not done. No, because I low-key, like, told my mom about this story. And, like, my mom's like...
Her mom hates me, first off. And her mom was like, oh, Nero of all people.
Like, oh, God, and you weren't protected and this and that. And I'm like, okay. I literally was like...
Like, I'm the reason your daughter's alive.
Right, yeah. I was literally like, okay. Like, if I were to be with a macho man, whatever, he would probably fucking get us in a fight or get us fucking... ran over, killed, type like, shit, you know? Like he was like fucking analyzing, like planning, plotting, like, you know, like what to do, whatever. And that works way better than fucking being all fight, and fucking getting trapped being in the car. Yeah, that's just bad news. Yeah, that's just bad news. But yeah, so just be with somebody that you fucking trust, and also like plan out like who's getting drunk, you know, like. I mean, I know we don't really plan, but like...
I don't think we plan, but I think
it's just always...
we know. I mean, I don't like getting drunk.
And plus, you always drive places to where it's just like kind of like... It's like, okay, whoever's driving...
I'm in the sense of like, bitch, we have our own car. Why are we fucking Ubering somewhere? Like, I'll just not get drunk. Yeah. Like, that's plain and simple.
Not only that, but I feel like we like to be in control to be able to just like be like, Like, I don't want to be here. Like, let's
and like
leave.
imagine like just thinking like, oh, like so many people are leaving at the same time as us. We had to
Like,
wait for an Uber.
right,
Like
yeah.
this is stupid.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just.
We
have
just
my
like to
car
be in
hand.
control. Like in
No,
situations
really,
like
we
that.
literally
Like,
just like to be in control
right.
of it.
Like, even like if we were into a house party, it's like, okay, shit is getting fucking crazy here, or shit
Like,
is getting
let's leave.
weird. Let's go right away. We could leave. As in, like, okay, call the Uber. You know, and we're
Right.
waiting there. Whatever. Like, no. Yeah.
Anyways, point blank period. Just trust your instinct. Get out of the
Yeah,
car when
really.
you feel like you should get out
Jump
of
the
the car.
fuck out when your friend says, Amanda, get the fuck out.
Truly. And with that being said, we love you with all of our hearts. Thank you for listening to episode whatever the fuck this is. Peace, love, and happiness to you all.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, please. And also, fucking,
What? Oh, follow us on the gram.
yeah, follow us on Instagram,
Cause why not?
why not? Yeah. We kind of
All right.
post on our Instagram.
Love you.
Love you, peace, love, and happiness to y'all. Bye. Losers, you're stupid. You are the dumbest ever. Why are you looking at me right now? I know you're looking at me.
Shut the fuck up.
Bye now.